Well, hello. Hi. This is Manny McMahony calling down from Hollywood Studios. May I speak to Gabriel Uribe? Why, you're speaking to Gabriel Uribe. How can I help you? Well, I'm just calling to let you know that your phone finally rang and you're gonna be the biggest star in Hollywood. Oh, I am? I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Yes, boy, I know you have been sitting by that phone waiting for someone to call you to make your dreams happen. Well, guess what? Today is that day. Oh, today is that day. I have to tell everyone. What do I need to do? Well, get your butt on down to Hollywood, USA, California, and shine that life away, because today, your life begins. Oh, does it now? I can't believe this. I gotta tell my mom. Can you give me 5 minutes? You better get on down here. This offer is only a one-time offer, and I know you've been waiting by the phone all day long. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to The Grind is Real. My name is Gabriel Uribe, your host, and I hope you enjoyed that little skit. If you're watching, I hope my funny faces entertained you. Without further ado, as you just heard, as you just listened in on, today's episode is going to be about not waiting for the phone to ring. Yay! Oh, it's good to be back. Hi, how are you? My name is. If you know that reference, we like each other very much. Um, yeah, so what's going on, everybody? Hi, nice to see you. It's been a minute. I know. I was doing some projects left and right, and I was just number one on the call sheet for the first time in my life. So congratulations to me. And in between that, I was not sitting around and waiting for the phone to ring. So, yeah, that brings me to this episode today and the importance of, that aspect in the downtime, what you can do to really keep your mind going and really just help those creative juices keep on flowing and not feeling down and about you not doing anything or you not quote unquote working. And it's a simple solution. Create your own stuff. In the recent history of my life, I had a very funny event happen to me. I was working with my dear friend Johnny, and he loves to create like improv type of skits and stuff like that. And we worked on a scene together. He sent it to me. His brother wanted to do a scene in Spanish, and I said, "Oh, send it to me so I can, because I speak Spanish, so I could proofread it and make sure the Spanish is correct and all that kind of stuff." And that little scene ended up turning into a mini short in my backyard. And I directed for the first time, and I also held the camera for the second time. And now we have an IMDb page, and now I have another credit. And now Johnny has director, producer, cinematographer credit on IMDb. And how did this happen? Because we didn't sit around and wait for the phone to ring. Hello? You want to be everything you want to be? Make it yourself. Be everything you want to be and give yourself that opportunity. Yes, we're rapping today. No, I mean, I'm mind blown by how funny life happens, the surprises that come up, and you become something that you didn't maybe think you were going to become anytime soon. I am a director. I am a producer. And I'm so grateful to Johnny and his brother and his friends that came along to help make this, because it was so out of the blue, and we're just a bunch of kids trying to create and do something when we don't have anything else to do or any projects that we're working on. And it's funny, I just want to share this with everybody. I want to share the beauty, because it's so beautiful. And you really the thing that I am learning slowly but surely, begrudgingly, is that if I want this to happen for myself, I have to make it happen for myself. And so do you. And I know it's a very daunting, that's a very daunting thought, to have to create your own life. Like, that's actually fucking terrifying. I don't care what anybody says. To actually wield the power in your life and just put it in the direction and the trajectory that you actually want it to be in is fucking scary, because you have to carve out that path yourself, and nobody is going to be able to tell you how to do it. And you're going to fail, and you're going to flop, and it's not always going to be your best work. but you did it. And you'll always be better than the last time you did it. And that's so beautiful. And not only did that fruit of the tree that I've planted bear itself to me, a couple of weeks ago, I just was number one on the call sheet. And that is a monumental milestone for me. If you are watching the video, you're going to see me tear up. Because for somebody like me who has doubted themselves many, many, many times in their life and who has gone through, and while everybody was having their brat summer, I was having my trauma summer. Okay. And to go from crying over someone to number one on the call sheet just reaffirms everything that I believe in myself and reaffirms that I am on the right path and that life happens in funny ways. And you should never, never wait for somebody to give you the opportunity. And you have to not wait for the phone to ring and give it to yourself. Be silly, be crazy, look stupid, look dumb, be embarrassing, cringe, whatever the word you want to call it. But just do it anyways. Like, let me tell you, I used to be very much like, how could I do that? I don't have the right equipment. I don't have this or that or this skill or that skill. I don't know anybody. Learn. You think all those people who came before you and are doing it knew how to do it? They didn't come out of their mama's womb, out of the petri dish, knowing how to do all this stuff. You had to take the chance. They had to take the chance on themselves and be willing and open to doing it and not doing it right. Because I can tell you, if you sit there and you wait for that phone to ring every single day, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to ring. It's just not. And funny enough, to pull up the curtain, to be real with everybody about what things look like on this side of the scope. I know people see I post my auditions. I know people see when I post my SAG auditions and all that kind of stuff, like wonderful, great blessings that come from my agency that I'm with. I do them with such joy and pride that I have at least a person behind me who believes enough to submit me and do that. So thank you to you. But look, the reality of it, all the stuff I've ever booked, I wasn't waiting for that audition to come in. I was searching the trades. I was searching the Actors Access. I was searching the casting networks. I was searching the Facebook groups. I wasn't waiting for the phone to ring. My little projects that I have, my little shorts that I have, my actual real footage, I wasn't waiting on somebody to book me and cast me in something. I went and shot it at the little food land market up the street from my house. I shot the other one in my backyard in the middle of the night with spiders falling on us. Because that's what you have to do, people. You want this life? Those decisions must be made. Yeah. Okay, Miranda Priestley, calm down. But that is the point of today's episode. I know it's abrupt. I'm like, hey, everybody, how are you? Here, boom, 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 boom. Here's all this info. But that's my message today. That's the download that came to me is I need to tell you people, if you want this, do not wait for the phone to ring, because every time I waited for the phone to ring, it never came. The call never came through. Every time I picked up and dialed that phone and dialed the operator and said, hello, can you point me to where my next audition is? Can you point me to where my next booking is? Oh, it's over there? Okay, well, I'm going to go over there and I might have to dig a little bit. You know what? No problem. Got it. See you there. See you on the big screen. And we did it. And you're going to do it too. I believe in you. And if it's any consolation to you, believe what you want to believe about me. But always, always remember that if Gabe can do it, and that if Gabe can do it, then you can do it. And that's not to say that, like, I have iffy feelings about that saying, because it's like, well, what do you mean if I can do it? No, it's the truth. If somebody like me, if somebody who has had trials and tribulations, let's just call them that, can do it and come out even better and bolder and more confident and more beautiful and more joyous on the other side of it, then what the fuck is your excuse? Let me tell you, there have been days where I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And the grind is fucking real. That's why I named it that, because sometimes I don't feel like doing it either. I want to just lay down all day. And sometimes I do that because taking care of yourself is important. But if you want it, you got to go after it and not wait for the phone to ring, because that little skit I did at the beginning, that's never going to happen. And if it happens, you better go play the lottery, because you are the luckiest mother effer on this planet. People would pay to be that lucky. and enjoy the process and all the small little wins that come across. Like, well, on my social media, you're going to see that I'm doing this episode right now because I had an audition for a role of a podcaster. Full circle. Full circle. If you go back to my first episode, you're going to hear me talk about me kind of feeling like, well, maybe if I'm doing this, it means I don't love that as much. And, I'm kind of like on a detour right now and I want to just explore different avenues. And the craziest thing will happen if you are on your path and you are aligned with what's going on with you. Full circle, baby. Full circle, baby. And in this audition, I actually get to use my space that you're seeing right now if you're watching the video. If you're listening, I, in my little podcast corner in my room, I get to use this in my audition. I get to use my mic. I get to be me with the version, the caveat of, playing that character that I was auditioning for. That is crazy how full circle life can be when you don't sit there and wait for the phone to ring. Go after everything you want because you're never going to know how it lines up until that day that it comes and you're like, oh my goodness, I've been an actor all this time. I wanted to do a podcast. Now I get to put these two together and make some magic. Now, whether I book the job or not, that's not important. That's no reflection of my talent because I watched my audition tape and just and toot my own horn. It was a pretty damn good one. The beauty of this is I get to collide these two worlds together for the first time. And if it ever happens again, cool. If it doesn't, whatever. The fact that I got to do it this time because I said, hey, I'm going to start a podcast. Because why? Because I have nothing else to do and I think it would be fun. And even if I only do it for 1 season or 20 seasons, I did it and no one can ever take that away from me. And look what happened. So yes, this is going to be a short and sweet one because if you guys saw last time when I tried recording a video, it was about 30 minutes long and I deleted the original one and it corrupted the file. So hopefully this video will go up on YouTube finally after 7 episodes. But hey, we are better late than never, right? We learn from our mistakes. Don't delete the original video because it's going to corrupt your file. Hey, look, it's daunting. It's scary. You are going in blind. You are shooting a shot in the dark, but shoot it anyways. Because what do you have to lose? That arrow? Well, you have another one, so shoot it again. And with that said, that brings us to the end of this episode. My name is Gabriel Uribe. Thank you for coming to The Grind Is Real. It has been very real these past few weeks. I love you all. I'm wishing you nothing but blessings. Keep your head up during these interesting times that we are, and keep creating the art that you're creating because the world needs to see it. And in the interesting times that we are living in, the world is going to need more art, more than ever. And I will be there with you, creating and being and shining the biggest light that I can with my community and every person, POC, marginalized community member in this country of the United States of America. So with that said, thank you for stopping by. My name is Gabriel Uribe. The grind has been real, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.